What's up, you guys? I'm in a massage chair in the mall, but I just came across this lady's page on Facebook called Butterfly Nation, and it just really touched my heart, and it also just further showed me how amazing and miraculous God is. Like how He would take what was meant for your bad and turn it into your greater good. So this lady, her husband shot her in the face while she was asleep last year. It's not even been 1 year yet. This happened March 18, 2022. March 18, 2022. Half of her face is gone. Y'all gotta go on her Facebook page to see her. But one thing, I'm just so happy and full of gratitude for myself, just to see how amazing she's doing, like just to see how great God is and how He will do it, how nobody can come in the way of His plan for you, and that everything happens for a reason. It might seem traumatic, and it is definitely very traumatic, but God only used that situation for her to bring awareness to other women that's in the same situation, who you've had signs after signs after signs that this person is not for you. This person, this demon, this spirit, we are battling against spiritual wickedness, you guys. This is so serious. And that demonic spirit just will use anybody as a host. If you're weak and vulnerable, that's when he get in. If you have a lot of pain that you're running from, that you not trying to face, you rather just mask it with, materialistic things, worldly things, fleshly things. When you're doing that, you're allowing the devil to use you. And so many of these men and women are really battling true demons, and you're sleeping with the enemy. You sleeping with these demons, but we be so in love and so loving. Some of y'all be married and you feel like, I took these vows and, all of this, but God never meant it in your will. So hold on, y'all, because I know it's shaking a lot. I just need this massage, y'all. But God never meant for us to have certain type of sufferings. Yes, we're going to suffer. This is life. We got to make sacrifices. This is all a part of the game. This is all a part of it, because it's all meant for His greater good, to get us back to Him, because so many of us has went astray from Him and not listened to Him, not obedient to Him. And the key thing that He has gifted us all with, especially as women, He has gifted us with intuition, and we refuse to listen to it. There be so many signs our intuition be telling us like we have the gift. We have it, but we do not listen to it. And if we listen to it more often, if we listen to it on the first time, if we listen to it when that first red flag pop up, we could avoid a lot of pain and misery and suffering, traumatic, grievous experiences. We put ourselves a lot of times in these situations, and we do have the free will. But when we know God's way and we know God's likeness, and we have that relationship with God, and we learn to listen to God versus listen to ourselves, learning to lean on His understanding, not on ours, we can make a lot of better decisions. If we ask for discernment, we would know when something's just not right about a person. When no matter how much love you think you have, like you can have all the love in the world, you can shower them with all the gifts, all the love, affection, all the words of affirmation. That'll never be enough for a person who is willingly wanting to reject you, a person who's demonic, who wants to just cause nothing but problems and strife onto you. There's nothing that you can do for a person that's operating out of that spirit. That is something that you have to take your hands off of and let God deal with them. And it's hard. It's easier said than done. But I'm telling you, a lot of these domestic relationships, there has been several signs leading up before the first strike, before he first hit you, or she. So we just really have to learn to listen to our intuition, listen to that feeling, go off your feelings. We so accustomed and was taught from young ages that our feelings don't matter. So a lot of us walking around like those feelings that I'm feeling don't matter, whether they're good or bad, whether they're warning flags or not. We're just like, oh, whatever, let's brush it off, because we think about, the good time that we may have had with this person, or well, this was just the first time. Maybe, he just had a bad day, or she just had a bad day, or this happened to him when he was a child, or this happened to her when she was a child, so I'm gonna cut her some slack. That's not your job to do. Yes, we don't have to judge these people for, for those things, but those things that people tell you up front, stop taking it lightly. Stop, even, men or women. Like, stop taking it lightly and thinking, oh, I could change this person. Oh, all the love that I have, all the good sex that I can give this person, that'll change them. Having this baby for this person, that'll change them. Nothing will make a person change until they're ready to change. And oftentimes, it takes something traumatic to happen to them for them to be ready to change. They have to be willing to surrender to God. God is the only one who can do that. I've had to learn that lesson the hard way myself. Like, you cannot try to force people to become better versions of themselves. You can't force them to become better people, because in the process of trying to lift them up, bring them up, they're dragging you down. They're dragging you down. So just to see that lady and to see all the women out here. I just watched a live last night with Krishan. She's been sober, she's pregnant, so to see her, it's like she understands that something's not right with the dude, and he's not. And situations like that, it'll only get worse. And oftentimes we be like, well, it could be worse, so we cut stuff slack and be like, no, because all it takes is that one time. All it takes is that one time for somebody to really show you. They already done showed you, but it takes that one time for them to take your life. That one last chance you're giving them, because they said, let's just have a talk. All it takes is that one time. This is why when people treat you certain kind of ways, you have to have boundaries. You have to learn to have boundaries, because when you lack boundaries, it shows that your self-esteem is very low, and people will always take advantage of you because of that. Friends, lovers, your kids, your parents, anybody. You have to have boundaries. You have to have a threshold for how much you're willing to accept, and it shouldn't be that much. And oftentimes we think the more we accept, that's just making, and it does make us stronger, of course, but we think, oh, if I just take all of this, I can show this person that I'm really down for them, that I'm really loyal, I'm a rider. No, because they'll just keep putting more on you, more on you, more on you, and then you're slowly but surely losing yourself. So, I really can go on and on about this, but ultimately pray every single day for discernment. Pray for discernment and listen to it. Listen to it. You don't have to take so much to be loved. You don't have to endure hardship after hardship after hardship, fight after fight after fight with a person just to get their love. People have really made it to the point where people feel like love is pain. If there's no pain in it, there's no love in it. Love doesn't have to be like that. That's not love. That's toxic love. And so many of us have been raised on toxic love that it's ridiculous. And now we attract toxic love. We love that toxic love. We love them fight and make up, kiss the fight just to kiss and make up, and talk trash about each other, and then we love to tear each other down and lift each other back up in the name of love. And that's not love. All that does is create further trust issues, further pain. It's just really sad. And then if you have kids and they watching that stuff, all I can think about is how when especially these little boys and girls, if we see our moms take a beating and take a shooting and take this and do this for a man, we think that's what we're supposed to do. And for the boys, when they see that their moms are taking all of this, they're going to be like, when they grow up, they're going to think that's how they're supposed to treat women too. And that woman is supposed to just take that because my mom took that. For this lady, that's why, I really glorify her for her strength. I really admire her strength. I really admire her obedience. What the heck? Sorry, y'all. It was a bug that flew in my hand. Like, what's that? But to see, a month later, I don't even know if it was a month later, after her husband shot her in the face. Y'all gotta go on her Facebook page. Butterfly Nation on Facebook. not even a month after that, or maybe like a month or two after that, he died. I gotta finish watching her videos to see exactly, you know, everything. And she buried him. Nobody else showed up at his funeral. None of his family. Nobody. It was just her and her son at his funeral. And she just said that she didn't want to do it, but she did what God told her to do, you know, for her son, you know. And her son is 14. It just, I can only imagine the amount of pain he's feeling inside, you know, and how much trauma he done seen, how much fights and conflict he done seen, and now he's going to take that. I just pray that he doesn't take that energy into, as he's growing up into his relationships, and start to carry on that behavior with his, you know, girlfriends or whatnot, because he gonna be like, well, my mama took this and she survived that and this, that. My mama did that, so you need to take it. And my mama still loved him and buried him and did all of this one, so you should take everything that I'm doing to you and just take it until it's time for me to depart from the world. No, and so many women and men, but a lot of women really feel like you have to live this painful life out because you got married to this person and you afraid of breaking up with them and divorcing because of what the Bible say and all of this. God would never want for you to be in that situation. He's giving you several signs to get out. He's giving you several signs that it's time to get out. It's time to come to him, to ask him to help you get out of that situation, and not allow your heart to conflict with your mind, because our heart, sometimes when we have these good hearts and we really love a person, we just want to see the good in them. We want to believe that they can change. But that's not up to us to determine. We don't know their heart. God knows the heart of everyone. He knows the heart. He judges us by our hearts. And when you have a good heart, oftentimes you go through a lot of things. You take a lot of stuff and you forgive and forget and willing to just move on past it and accept that person back in, just for them to come back in and do it again and again and again. That is not in God's will for you. He does not want that for you. He did not mean for us to have constant strife in that way. You know, of course, we know the curse that was placed on the generations, obviously, because of Adam and Eve and all that, but it gets to a point where you have to be willing to have certain boundaries. I had to run out here. I'm in here recording, about to miss my daggone bus. But yeah, y'all, I just want to say, you know, listen to your intuition. Love is a beautiful thing, but love is not supposed to be constant up and down fights all the time. That is draining. Life is already hard enough. Nobody wants to live a life where you have to constantly have so much tension in your household. You can't even sleep and trust the person that you're sleeping with without having to fear for your life. If you're in that situation, get out. There is a way out. You have to plan strategically, but there is a way out. And when you get out, stay gone. Yes, you're going to have those times when you miss that person. Yes, you're going to think about the good times, even no matter the situation. Like this lady, I'm sure she's still thinking about her husband. She's still thinking about the good times that they've had. But look at what you've done to me. Look at what you've done. You really tried to take me out, you know. And I've been in that situation. And that was it. When you chase me around the town with a gun and literally almost take my life, I'm done. But I'm about to get on this bus, y'all. So I'll see y'all in the next video. But listen to your intuition and ask God for discernment.